So this is the question that we were discussing yesterday. We have been given this figure where AB and CD are two parallel lines. So normally if you have to show that the lines are parallel, this is how you show. And the lines are parallel. Along with that, EF is given to be perpendicular to CD. So we have a 90-degree angle here. So if this is 90 degrees, that means this angle on this side would also be 90 degrees. And then since we have a pair of parallel lines, and out of these two parallel lines, if there is a perpendicular to any one, so for CD, we have EF perpendicular. There is a perpendicular for this pair, for this line in the pair. So EF is perpendicular to CD. That would mean EF will also be perpendicular to AB. And we discussed this yesterday, how this happens. If we take alternate interior angles like these two, these are alternate interior angles, or if we take the co-interior angles, in either case you can prove that the angles formed by EF with AB are 90 degrees, which means that EF is also perpendicular to AB. So the angles over here will also be 90 degrees. So you can just mark that for yourself, although we will be writing this. We will be writing this in the answer. You have to explain how you get these angles as 90 in case you are using it in your question. Along with that angle, GED is 126 degrees. So this angle over here. Rajvansh, beta, could you please mute your microphone? So this angle here is 126 degrees. It's always convenient to mark in the figure whatever is given. And then you have to find out angle AGE, this angle over here. Sorry, this one's the exterior angle. This over here. This is the angle you want, AGE. And then you want to find out GEF. GEF is this one inside the triangle. And FGE. FGE is the angle inside the triangle. So I'm just going to mark it in the figure and then we are going to do it. Let's draw it in the notebooks. If you've already done it, then it's fine. So we have A, and we have lines AB and CD. I think E is towards here. So if you can work with the names here, you can work with the names. We want to find out these three angles. I'll just mark those. So number 1, number 2, and number 3 here. So you can find these angles in any order if you want. It's not necessary that you have to do the angles the way they are given in question. They're saying find AGE, GEF, and FGE. So you can do it in any order. The ones which you think are easier to be calculated first, you can go for those. So right now, what do you think is the easiest to find out?
Angle 1.
Angle 1, that's correct, since AB is parallel to CD and GE acts as transversal. Let me know in case I write anything wrong. So we are only focusing on the lines here, A, B, and CD, and the transversal that I'm concerned with this one, the one which is horizontal, this one. So we have angle formed here and an angle formed here. So these are the alternate interior angles which will be equal. So angle 1 will be equal to angle GED, which actually is 126 degrees. And the reason for these is these are a pair of alternate interior angles. After that, after angle 1, which one can be calculated easily?
Angle 3.
Angle 2.
Angle 2, angle 3, both can be calculated easily. You can now do it in any order. To find out angle 2, I'm going to take help of angle 1 because they're forming the linear pair. So angle number 1 and angle 2,
Linear pair.
they form a linear pair. We have the measure for angle 1 evaluated already. So from here, you can find out angle 2. Angle 2 will come out to be
54 degrees.
54 degrees. That's correct. And after this, you can go ahead and find out angle 3. Now, there are multiple ways to
126
find
minus
this out.
90.
We can be using this. The angle which is marked in red here, this is complete 126 degrees from GED. And out of this, if we take away this part, the one which is perpendicular, we will be left with angle 3. So angle 3 can be calculated from here. Angle 3 actually is angle GED minus angle FED. Now, again, it's not necessary for you to write the names in exam. You can simply write that angle 3 is actually equal to 126 degrees minus 90 degrees. It will be completely fine.
36.
I hope I'm making myself clear, but do give reasons wherever necessary. Like here, the reason is necessary. In the last part where you find angle 3, there is no reason required. It's just an observation from the figure. So other than that, it's not required to write down the names which you are using.
Can you explain again the angle third?
Third angle. So let's just. This is angle number 3. The one you need to find out. This is angle number 3. And along with it, there is an angle which is given to be 90 degrees. Perpendicular आपको पहले से दिया हुआ है. If you see what's given, you have been given that this angle from here up to here is 126. So that means angle 3 plus 90 degrees together are equal to 126. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Taran?
Ma'am, if we need to use that EF is also perpendicular to AB, can we write the reason as transitive property, which you told us yesterday?
It's not transitive property. You would be writing this, that since AB is parallel to CD and EF is perpendicular to CD, this implies that EF will also be perpendicular to AB.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ashpreet, beta, you were asking about this? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
ma'am.
Yeah. So I think this is now clear. Angle 3 and 90 together are equal to 126. So that's what
Yes,
you need to do. From here, you can find angle 3. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, beta. Let's look at the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 of exercise 6.2. You have been given this figure here. PQ is parallel to ST. So there are two rays actually which are parallel to each other. So
Then we have to
PQ,
extend PQ.
again, there are again 2 or 3 ways to do this. You can extend PQ, you can extend ST, you can draw a line through R. So there are actually 3 ways you can do this. They have given a clue here, hint, draw a line parallel to ST through R. This is the first question which requires construction to solve the question. As for now, let's just focus on the figure what's given, and then why do we require construction here. So you've been given this figure here. It contains some angles. PQ is parallel to ST, and these two are two rays actually. PQ and ST are two rays. Angle PQR is 110. It's marked in the figure. RST 130 degrees marked in the figure. You have to find out angle QRS. The angle that you need to find out is right over here. You need to find this angle. And since the angle which is formed here is not related to any of the angles which are shown in the figure, the ones which are given PQR and RST, जो हमें एंगल फाइंड करना है और जो हमें एंगल्स दिए हुए हैं, इनका आपस में कोई भी रिलेशन नहीं है as such if we look at the figure. So we need to modify the figure in such a way that somehow, if we can relate this angle, the one we need to find out, with the ones which are already given to us. So Rajvansh has already stated if we extend PQ. So usually it says about a ray that the initial point is fixed. But right now what we're going to do is we are going to extend PQ in the opposite direction. Although PQ, the ray QP can be extended towards P, but we are going to extend it backwards. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw and extend it. And it will still be parallel to ST. Now what happens is this modifies our figure. Now there are multiple properties which you could use here. Let's just focus on this part. So we need to find this angle. Now, since these two are parallel, ST is parallel to this extended part, you can find this angle with the help of 130. Is that correct?
Yes.
These two form co-interior angles. And from here, once you have this angle, you can find vertically opposite. You will be inside the triangle. And then, what do you think about the angle?
Linear pair.
Yes, you can use linear pair to find out the angle along
Linear
with
pair with 110 degree.
Yes, you can find this by using linear pair, and then you can apply angles and property in the triangle to find out angle R, right? This is one way of doing it. The other way is the clue that's given to you. You can use this, and it will actually make the question easier if you use the clue which is given. So draw a line parallel through ST. Sorry, draw a line parallel through R, parallel to the ones which are given, the pair which is parallel. Just draw a line through here, and this can be used to solve the question. So you can name this line as L, and this can be taken parallel to either this. You can take L parallel to ST, or you can take parallel to PQ. Any of the two lines in the pair. The line which you are going to construct through R can be considered parallel to one of these two in the pair, either parallel to PQ or parallel to ST, और वो automatically दूसरी side के parallel हो जाएगी, दूसरी line के parallel हो जाएगी. This is something you would need to write down in construction. So we are going to draw a line through R. Let the line's name be L, and this line has been constructed in such a way that L is parallel to PQ or L is parallel to ST. You need to write down one of the two things. And then line L will automatically be parallel to the second line in the pair given to you. And once you have this, I'm going to mark a couple of angles here and tell me if you can find these. Let's say this angle over here. Yes.
Ma'am, if both the lines are parallel, then SR acts as a transversal.
That's correct.
Ma'am, then angle R would be 130 degrees.
No. At R, there are three angles. At R, there are three angles. I'm just going to mark those. So let's mark this one on the left as 1, this one as 2, and the one right in the middle as 3, this one. This is the one we need to find out, the third one. How can you use it?
60. Then we have to do co-interior sum.
That's right.
We find angle 160.
Angle 1 and 110. Since PQ is parallel to L, 110 and angle 1, these are co-interior. Their sum will be 180. Similarly, on this side, 2 and 130, they will form co-interior. Their sum will also be 180. So from here, will you be able to find out angle 1 and angle 2?
Yes.
And once you have angle 1 and angle 2, you can apply the property that angle 1, 2, and 3, they are on
angle on a straight line.
Angles on a straight line, and then you can find out
angles on the straight line.
And then you have the third option also. You can also produce ST, but that won't help. In that case, you will have to produce QR also. Like producing.
We can also do, and We can also do angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 130.
Yes, you can also do that. That will be alternate interior angles. You can use that. Now it's all about your knowledge of the angles which are formed when transversal intersects to parallel lines and the identification. That's actually the most crucial part. आपको identify करना आना चाहिए कि कौन सा angle बन रहा है pair. Sometimes it's complicated to identify or the students make a mistake. एक भी अगर आपका letter इधर उधर हो गया, you'll like the question will be incorrect then. Although from your point of view you're doing it completely fine, but while writing down you identified the wrong angle as the angle in the pair. आपने co-interior में गलत pair लिख दिया या alternate में गलत pair लिख दिया. So just be a little careful. Other than that, it's completely fine. There are now multiple ways to do this. So I'll be going with the way I've just explained here.
And can you please tell that which angle is vertically opposite to 110 degree and 130 degree?
Vertically opposite angles are not formed here because as such in this figure, if I look at the figure that I have right now, if I hadn't modified it, because I don't have a pair of intersecting lines anywhere. Vertically opposite angles are formed when you have a pair of intersecting lines. तो अभी यहाँ पे अगर आप फिगर देख रहे हो, यहाँ पे कोई भी पेयर नहीं है, कहीं पे भी दो लाइंस या लाइन सेगमेंट्स इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर रही. They have a point in common at the end, the rays or the line segments. There are no intersecting lines. Unless we have intersecting lines, हमारे पास vertically opposite angles नहीं बनते. The way Rajvansh earlier said कि अगर हम इसको PQ को extend कर देते हैं, let us say PQ is extended. So we have vertically opposite angles here, this one and this one.
No, can't we relate 110 degree and 130 degree with angle R
How can you do that?
without extending?
How do you think can be done that?
Angle on same line, but the angles are on different side.
Yes, sir.
Angles are on the same line.
Ma'am, they are
Yes,
two
ma'am.
distinct shapes. Ma'am, but the direction is opposite.
They are not forming a straight line. A straight line तब बनेगी अगर आप इनको extend करो और ये overlap करती. Right now, ST is located a little above than PQ. अगर ये बिल्कुल आप इसको join करने की, like अगर आप बिल्कुल straight path चलते चलते, if you place your ruler and you're trying to extend PQ and you realize कि ST यहाँ पे होती, यहाँ होने की बजाय यहाँ पे S point होता और यहाँ पे P point होता और यहाँ पे आपका 130 डिग्री एंगल बन रहा होता. ऐसा हो नहीं रहा, but you could use the properties of parallel lines and you can work your way around it. आप कर सकते हो, ऐसा modify कर सकते हो, लेकिन आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि ST and PQ are the opposite sides of a line, opposite arms of a line. They are not two parts of a line, not the same line at least. So this is one way of doing it, like again, multiple ways to do this. And then the one I'm using is the one here. Let's just do this once and then we will see if you have a doubt. Just do this with me and then we will come back to it. This angle is given to be 110 degrees and this angle over here is given to be 130 degrees, and this is the angle that we need to find out. So what we're going to do is we are going to just draw a line through R and parallel to the ones we have. Let's write down. So now in this question, once you write down what's given to you and what you need to find out or to prove, after this, you're going to write down construction, the changes that you have made to the figure. So what I have done is I have drawn a line through R. which is parallel to. Now this is parallel to either PQ, you can write either PQ or you can write down ST. So let's write down this. And then we write our answer. The first thing I want to write down is that PQ is parallel to ST. This is given to me. And ST is parallel to line L. This is the construction part. So this is the part where I use transitive property. PQ is parallel to ST, ST is parallel to L. So I can say that PQ is also parallel to L. Now you have three pair of parallel lines, PQ with ST, ST with L, and PQ with L. You can use any of the pairs and apply suitable relation to evaluate the angles you want. So first of all, I'm going to evaluate this angle over here. Let's mark this as 1. And the pair that I'm using is this one. PQ is parallel to L, QR is transversal. If you focus on this portion of the figure, only the one on the left. So this here is PQ, and on the bottom you have L, and this is how these are connected. यहाँ पे आपका 110 degrees है और यहाँ पे मैंने 1 मार्क किया है. Can you find out angle 1?
70 degrees.
Yes, ma'am.
70 degrees.
Angle 1 and 110, their sum will be 180 degrees. So from here, angle 1 will be equal to 70 degrees.
70 degrees.
And after this, I want you to focus on this part. Angle 2 and 130 on this part of the figure, on the right side.
50 degree.
That's right. Again, we are going to use the property of co-interior angle. So you have, I'll just draw roughly how the figure will look like
50.
if you ignore the left side. So this is line L and this is how it's connected, and I'm going to find out angle 2. So I'm using this now. You can mark this as 1. Can you name the transversal here for this pair? ST is parallel to line L.
SR.
SR.
SR is the transversal.
degree.
This will be 50 degrees. Now let's go back to the figure that we have. We have evaluated angle 1. Angle 1 का measure हमने calculate कर लिया. This came out to be 70 degrees. Angle 2 का measure हमने calculate किया. This came out to be 50 degrees. Now can you find out this angle in the middle?
60 degrees.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. If you want
Angles on the same line.
yes, angles on the same straight line, the sum
Their
will be
sum is supplementary.
Yes, the sum is 180 degrees. Now, you can either number this if you want. It will be convenient. Let's just number it as angle 3. And that's what we are going to use further. So we have angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equals to 180 degrees. And the reason will be angles on a line. So we have the measure for angle 1 and angle number 2. This is 70 and 50. Angle 3 is the one we need to find out. And from here, angle 3 comes out to be 60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to wait if you're writing down?
No, ma'am.
You probably have done it already,
No,
right?
ma'am.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay. So question number 5th, this one is easier. Question number 5. We have been given this figure in which AB is parallel to CD, and you have a triangle kind of figure right there in the middle. You want to find out the measures of angles indicated by x and y. So this is the pair of parallel lines. And for these two parallel lines, there are two transversals. This PQ is a transversal and PR is also a transversal. So assume or imagine the figure with one transversal at a time and then try to find out x and y. You have been given the measures. Yes, you have been given two angles here. 50 degrees, which is APQ, 127, which is the exterior angle of this triangle PQR, angle PRD. How would you do it?
Sum of opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle.
Okay, exterior angle, which exterior angle?
127 is
Angle
equal to x
R
plus
equals
y.
to angle P plus angle Q.
So this is the exterior angle of the triangle. Its value will be equal to x plus y, right? But how does that help you find x and y?
X
Don't-
is 50.
Ma'am, y can be
we
found
should-
by using linear pair, then y plus x equal to 127. From there we can find x.
Just a minute. How is y forming a linear pair with 50? I think you should just focus on this side. AB, CD, and this, the transversal PQ. You have 50-degree angle here, x over here. What do you think is the relation?
Alternate
Ma'am,
interior
y
angles.
alternative interior
Alternative
angles.
interior
यहाँ से
angles.
x
X is
निकल
equals
गया.
to 50 degree.
That's right. Now we can go here to exterior angle property. Pravleen, so after this, you can go to exterior angle property. 50 and y are not forming a linear pair. Linear pair will be, if we combine the angles, we get a straight line. So if I put together 50 and y, 50 is this, and then take y along with it. Do you think it's a line? It's not a line yet. ये वाला part आपका रहता है. Ayushi?
But it forms alternate interior angle.
Yes, it forms alternate interior angles with 127. That's correct. You can use that property. If we look at these two lines, AB and CD, and we consider PQ, PR as transversal, then you can say on this side, you have y plus 50 together. On this side, you have 127. Then you can use alternate interior angles to find out y. So you can either use this to find out x and then use exterior angle property to find y, or you can use x from here, alternate interior angles, y from here, alternate interior angles. So again, there are multiple ways to do this question. Yes?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can
Anjita?
we just take PR as transversal and add that angle plus 127 equals to co-interior? From that we will find that angle which is missing, and that plus 50 plus y equals to 180.
Of course, that's also fine. Find the angle, this one angle, the angle BPR. Angle BPR can be found using 127 co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal. That's also correct.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Manya?
Ma'am, can we find the angle 3 with the xy? That is the third angle of the triangle with the linear pair with 127 degree.
That's right.
And then we can, if we are given the value of x and the third angle, we can calculate by angle sum property.
That's correct. That's also one way. That's also correct. So I think we've got four
Excuse me, ma'am.
different. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a
Ayushi.
doubt in assignment chapter 1.
Beta, you can just let me know on my personal number. I will get back to you after the class.
Okay, ma'am.
So I think we have just discussed 4 different ways to solve this question, and somehow we are using all the properties of two lines, two parallel lines intersected by a transversal. So one way or the other, you will reach your answer. In some cases, you reach your answers in 2 steps. In some, you require 3 or 4 steps. But it's completely fine considering you are using the results correctly. Yes, Parth? I think that was by mistake. This is question number 5. Okay, we were doing question number 5. Okay. So let's just do this, and whichever way you want to do it, you can just go ahead. I will do it the way which I think is the easiest according to me. So we've got two parallel lines. If you want, you can just indicate that. And we've got P here, Q here, R here. There is angle 127 degrees. Over here we have 50 degrees. This is X and this is Y.
$77.
27
So if you have done it any other way, provided you are using the correct properties, it's completely fine. You might need a couple of steps more to reach your answer.